yeah, I have trophies from 4 years ago. That's crazy. I've been playing this game for 4 years. One summer. This is all I played. One summer. Like, this was the only, I'm saying literally the only game I played was GTA.
Hi, hello, what up, IXK, what up, Flying Matter, what up, Lolo? Right now, IXK, you're first in my live stream, so you earn $300,000 when you're first in my live stream 3 times in a row. You earn $1 million GTA cash. Thanks for being first. I took a screenshot so we can remember this moment. Also, what up, Flying Matter? What up, Lolo?
What's up, Angela?
OFC, you're first son, mine, not yours. Oh, okay. And then we got Ix there you like. Thank you for liking my video. When you all like my video, you help me grow my YouTube channel faster. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How you been, Angela?
Lolo, Mike says hello.
I haven't played with him in a hot minute.
Mike the Kid.
You probably don't remember me.
I don't know. Probably does. Or probably don't, but you're part of the crew, so once we start hanging out more with each other again, then you'll be able to talk a lot.
Okay, the networks are down, the equipment is ready, and we've crippled their supplies. Mrs. Rackman has written our check and given us the green light. We're good to finally move on that submarine and stop this threat once and for all. When you're ready, get your crew together and head back to planning.
I'm in high school now, to do some work and everything in class.
I think we talked a bit about this. Did you say you were going to the 9th grade?
I'm already
You say yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. How are your grades looking?
Not great. I've tried to read my grades. Not easy to read for how many assignments you put out.
I'm thinking, the way my teacher did it when I was in school, my teacher started us off with low grades, like a C, and my teacher said as long as we do our work, we'll work up to an A. So as long as I stayed in the front seat and I listened to my teacher and I paid attention to what was going on in class and I went and made every class, that I was getting my grades up and I was earning extra credit because I'll ask for the work we haven't done ahead of time. And then he didn't want to give me the work ahead of time, but I told the principal, I'm like, I'm finishing all my work in class and I don't want to go home with homework, so can I do my homework in school? And then they was like, well, yeah. So he got mad at me, my teacher did. So he tried to give me really, really, really hard work to make the work that I was doing difficult, but it was really easy if you just like listen to your teacher and really pay attention by sitting in the front seat so you won't be distracted by the kids behind you or the kids around you. You can definitely listen to what the teacher's teaching you and learn something new and help you with your grades. But why I bring this up is because your grades could be low right now, and you say you're putting out a lot of work. I mean, it sounds like you're saying you're getting a lot of work complete for the amount of work you're putting out, and your grades are low. The reason why I bring this up is because maybe your teacher starting you at low grades and making you work up without you even knowing. So maybe I just gave you an inside secret.
Yeah, I'm gonna start saying after school for some work to do because I have a paper I gotta work on. And it's worth 3 different grades that I've been trying to do that work up with other things.
Yeah, if you get all your work done in class that day, you won't have to go home with homework. Always sure to get all your work done in school. While you're at school, your teacher or your tutor will have to help you. So if there's something you don't know, they'll help you come up with the answer. And you're in school, so all the answers are there.
Yeah, we have 45-minute classes, so it's really not a lot of time to do anything for 45 minutes.
I think for like the first 35 minutes, the teacher usually like tell us what they're teaching us, and then we have to learn it. And then I think the last 15 minutes, our last 10 minutes, we have to do the work. I don't know how it is while you're going to school, but it'll be interesting in you learning how it is where you go to school, so you can learn how to definitely get your work done during and after school while still at school, so you don't have to go home with homework.
I'm in an IB school, so an IB school is an international baccalaureate school, so like, our grades aren't A, B, C's, and D's, they're 1, 2, 3s, and 4s.
That sounds awesome. Sorry, I never heard about this before. You sound so awesome. Tell me more, please.
Yeah. It's because I go to an IB school, International Baccalaureate, so they teach differently than a non-IB school, so we can go back and do we can go back and do other work, like other assignments in a longer period and everything, and it wouldn't be harder on us and everything.
I'm listening to you.
But, yeah.
I'm still thinking about the first thing you told me. When I said why, I hope you heard me say wow, because you telling me this and it's like wowing me. I'm so surprised. This is awesome.
They've changed schools a lot.
So what's the number that you earned during school that shows you where you should be at, like at the...
You have to be at a 3.
Oh, okay.
A 3 is basically... So a 0 is an F, a 1 is a D, a 2 is a C, a 3 is a B, a B/A, and a 4 is an A plus. It's a guaranteed A, basically.
Okay, awesome. So I'm thinking the 4 should be at a 4.0. That's what a 4 is.
Yeah. Our schools are very, especially when you have 2 different schools connected together. So like we have a middle school and a high school connected.
Awesome. My high school that I grew up in, after I graduated, they turned that school into a high school and middle school too. Some of my nieces and nephews went there, and I thought that was cool. They came out when I was going to school. So now that you're in school, you're going through something I've never been through before, like middle school and high school. That's pretty cool, I think. That's cool. How do you like it? Do you like it?
It gets chaotic. I like it, but it gets chaotic. Do you want to take your car or mine?
We can take yours. You can drive.
It gets chaotic when you have 2 different schools connected, you know what I mean?
I'm listening to you.
So when that happens, you have over 1,200 students in one school, you know what I mean? And there's only enough teachers. There's only 30 teachers, you know what I mean? How are you like when you connect those 2 schools, that's 1,200 students to about 40, you know what I mean, 40 teachers. If something were to happen between both schools, nothing's going to be able to stop them. Especially in my school. My school is a mixed school. Like when I mean mixed, it's a mixed school. There, for how many white people you see, there's at least three other ethnicities than white at my school. It's kind of crazy. But it's cool because then you get to learn other cultures and everything. And at my school, it's required to take 2 years of a foreign language, so Spanish, Chinese, stuff like that. At my school, I don't know if it was like that yours or anybody else's. And
when I was in elementary, my school tried to teach us Spanish, but it came out in the 5th grade that been available, like being able to learn different languages. So I took Spanish for 1 year, and after I left that year, I went to middle school. I went from elementary to middle school, but for the kids that were behind me that was going to that school, they get to take Spanish from the 1st grade all the way up to the 5th grade. And I wish I would have been able to go to a bilingual school, because I would want Spanish to be my second language, and then you're naming the names of the languages that you have to learn at your school. Which language would you choose, or have you chose?
I've taken Spanish for 4 years now. So I've chose Spanish.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a hard language to learn because all the little things above the letters and everything, that's hard to learn. But yeah, it is cool to learn because then you actually get paid more if you can actually speak more than one language. If you can know that.
You're right. I agree, and I definitely learned that from experience. Like, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I know how to read Spanish. I studied it and I learned the alphabet and I know it by heart. And then I was going to do the numbers next and learn like how to count from 0 all the way up to like the highest number I could count to at that time. But I never got around to doing everything that was my plan in the 5th grade because I only got to take Spanish 1 year.
Numbers are probably going to be, if you ever want to do that again, numbers are probably going to be the easiest or the hardest thing for you.
Well, I know some words in Spanish, but not all Spanish. I do know how to read in Spanish, but I don't understand what I'm saying when I read it.
Reading it
but I read proper
speaking
Spanish.
Because you can read Spanish, but you don't know what you're saying. I've done it. So when I do Spanish, yes, it's easier to read. But when you're talking, it takes so much to learn because you're learning something with different like how to pronounce it, like different accents. Like you have to roll some like R's, S's. It's hard when you have to learn that. But when you take it for a while, it gets easier and easier. But they teach different things every year, and they don't give you enough time at our school to learn. So like at our school, they give you about 2 to 3 weeks to learn 1 unit, which is sometimes like if we learn so much at one time, you forget a lot of it. And my school, you have to take 2 years of any language. You have to complete 1 year. You have to do algebra. You have to have yeah, our school is very like complex, and you have to have different classes in order to pass. Like you have to have a gym class in order to pass at our school.
Awesome. That's for extracurricular activities. Yeah, I think that's for every school because when I was growing up, we had to have extracurricular activities like gym. Yep. I think that's for every school. I like my extracurricular activities to, when I got into high school, for it to be weightlifting. Like, at a young age, I can lift up a lot of weight, like more weight than guys that were older than me. So I really was seen different because I was strong. And being strong and being able to work mentally by knowing what you're doing, by learning something new, and physically, people like that and pay a lot of money for your gift.
Me, I take a class at, let's say, so you know how there is a class, like another school where other kids go to learn like special things like automotive, coding, stuff like that, right?
Yes.
I have a class there called automotive, and I learned how to work on vehicles, and that is an extracurricular class for me. So that class I can take for 3 years, but you only have to have, I think, 2 years of it. But if I take 3, it actually will teach me more what I'm learning about. Because what I'm doing in school right now is actually helping me towards my job in life.
Well, if you get the option to choose to stay and spend more time on a trade or educational knowledge that you're gaining, go ahead and spend as much time as you can in it, because someone that spends so much time in a project, they become a master of their craft. And if you're a master at your craft, that's worth a lot of money too.
Yeah. Did you also know that to go to college, it is preferred to wait a year or a year and a half to go to college?
I have heard about this before, to take a break. I mean, like, I had to take a mandatory break because I've been in prison and I didn't get to finish school on time. So when I got out of prison, I finished school. So taking a break, I mean, like, you can always go back to school. So if you chose to take a break, you can always get back to school when you're ready. So yeah, if I would had my choice though, my way, I would have definitely stayed in school without taking that break to get it out the way sooner. Because if you get things done sooner in life, what people give you the knowledge about, then you won't have to do it later, and then once it's done, you don't have any worries.
My dad went back to his dream job, his like class. He went back to college at 36 for his dream job. He went back to college because he never went to college for his class, so then he decided to go back to college for welding, which welding is hard but it's easy. So it's good to go back later in life because it's proven if you wait a year, you actually sink in more. So if you go immediately, you actually are stressed out more. Which I don't know how that would help, but it apparently helps, and it's kind of cool, and it's a good thing to learn. Me, even though I still seem like enthused about school, I watch a lot of documentaries and crap, even though I don't look like the person that likes to watch documentaries. I'm the person that likes to more listen to things than, you know what I mean, more like reading.
Yeah, we're living in a new age where we don't have to read, we just have to listen and understand. So I definitely recommend listening to books that could teach you something new. And if you come across any words, you got a phone, I hope, and that phone is used as a dictionary. Whenever you come across a word that you don't know, make sure you look that word up. And then definitely increase your vocabulary and your grammar, because being able to speak to people properly will get you a long way, and it'll definitely make life easier for you.
It does. I like to listen to audiobooks because me, I have a short span for reading things. I've never been that person to read. I've always been that person to listen and look away and like doze off or something. But I listen to teachers and they think, oh, if I'm on my phone, I'm not listening. But I actually, I learned that I listen better than I do read what they do. So like, or watch a video. Like if we're watching a video or something, I usually get more information from them, from videos than people reading something off of, like reading a paper. Like in Spanish class, right? My teacher got mad at me because I was using my phone to look up some words. You know what they mean? It's a new language. And so she got mad at me. I'm like, there's no reason to get mad at me when I'm looking up words to teach me how to speak this language you're trying to teach me, which I'm probably not gonna lose because I'm gonna be behind a wall working on your vehicles, so I'm not gonna be the one talking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you plan on working for someone else, make sure you save 10% of the money you earn and invest into your own business, because the knowledge that you learn and you're using the knowledge that you learn to help someone else's business, be sure to invest your own money that you make while investing your time in someone else's business for them to pay you. Pay yourself. Make sure you put up 10% of your money, and then once you're mastered your craft and what you're doing, you can invest your money into yourself, and then you can become an entrepreneur. I'm definitely listening to you and like the thought about that you listening to the teacher and looking up words about the language that they're teaching you. But I got in trouble for doing that too. Like, don't look up words during class. While a teacher's talking to you, they want your full attention and not to be you have been distracted by your phone. So I would definitely ask for your teacher's permission to take pictures of whatever they're writing or whatever they're telling you about, because that's what made me a better student. When I didn't understand what was doing in school, I'll take a picture of the board and then I can go ahead and remember what we did. And my teacher was like, "That's not cheating, but don't do it until I'm done talking to you." And then I'm like, "All right." And then I was able to use my phone after the teacher was done teaching. So if you want to ever have an excuse to use your phone, ask your permission. Ask the teacher for permission for you to take pictures of the lesson.
Lamar, I can't use my phone. My camera is broken.
Oh man. Get an upgrade.